We had a long, hard year, a lot of tragedies, a lot of painful stories, sad stories. I think it's time to look at the positive side in Tisha B'Av. This Tisha B'Av, let's not look at the negative side that we lost the Beis Hamikdash. We know that Tisha B'Av is called a Yom Tov, Kriya Moed. It's a Yom Tov. With what is it a Yom Tov? How can we look at the positive side of it? There was once a family that lost their father. They were sitting Shiva, they were mourning. But at the same time, friends, family came with interesting stories about their father. Nice stories. They're all recording it, writing it down on notebooks. And looking at pictures of the father by a bar mitzvah, the father was so sweet, so good, and all the interesting, nice, beautiful stories throughout the whole Shiva. They were talking about all the positive things about the father. They don't talk about the death of the father, they talk about the positive things of the father. So too here, we lost our Beis Hamikdash. It's terrible. But we should focus this year on the Yom Tov of it, on the goods we had beforehand. We had a beautiful Beis Hamikdash. We had the Leviim singing beautifully, music, the Kehanim, the Karbanas, the beauty of the Beis Hamikdash, the gold, the whole thing was a state of art. So we should focus on that. And then we can think of what we lost, Taka. We lost this beautiful thing, and then we can mourn. But let's focus more on the positive things where we had the beauty. And another reason why it's called a Moed, a Yom Tov, let me share with you an interesting story. There was a king. He had a few sons. They went around the world to show the kingdom, the beauty of their father's kingdom. They were going around showing off all these beautiful things. And one day they got the terrible news. The whole thing burned down. No money anymore. His whole palace is down. Burned down to ashes. No more servants. No more nothing. That's a terrible story. The whole world was talking about it in a sad way. But when these kids heard the story, they were dancing from joy. They were laughing. They were so happy. And people were looking at them like, you crazy? Your father just lost everything. Why are you so happy? They all thought for sure that these kids did not get along with their father. And they asked them, like, did you get along with your father? They said, yes, sure, we love him into pieces. And that's why we're dancing, that's why we're so happy. It's a holiday for us today. Why? They asked. So they explained and said, until this point, our father, the king, he lived in his palace, he had his own life. Maybe once in every 2 years he came to visit us, to see his grandchildren and our houses. But now he's by us. Now he's going to live by us. He doesn't have his own palace. He's going to come to us, and that's why we're so happy. So too the Beis Hamikdash. We lost a terrible story. We lost the beautiful Beis Hamikdash and everything. But we got Hashem in our houses. V'shechanti b'seicha. Hashem says, make yourself a Beis Hamikdash. Beis Hamikdash ma'at. Make yourself a beautiful home, and I'll come to you, because I don't have my own home anymore. And that's why we should be happy and say, Hashem, you didn't have your own Beis Hamikdash, you didn't have your own home. Come to us at home, and we will invite you, and you can stay with us. And after understanding this, we can be happy, but at the same time, mourn and see how much we lost with Yom Tov.